You're watching my good fiend, Roger Walker, on SlasherPepper. Enjoy.
What's going on? Hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on wherever the hell you live. But I know where you live. Trust me. Over here it's, let me see, it's 7:33 p.m. Central European time, so having a good time out here. Live again. Well, again, I guess it's been a while, to say the least. I think the last time I went live was March 20th. So it definitely has been a while. It's been almost a month since I was live, but here we are again. And I just, before I start on continuing to write Intruder 2, which is a lot of fun to do, by the way. And if anyone has any suggestions on what I should write and how the story should go, make sure to let me know. And let's see here. Let me just do a quick update on what's to come in the future for SlasherPepper. Let me just grab my things here. Hold on, what? That all right. I have the script here now, so of course I was gonna get my script in advance, you know, because I'm a dumbass. But over here, I'm gonna be reviewing this book soon. I'm rereading it. It's The Arm and the Hangman, so that's gonna be reviewed on the channel soon. And then I have two screenplays. Or two interviews that I already recorded that has to do with this movie. Well, this is the book, but I didn't have time to get the VHS tape from my other shelf. So let's see here. Teenage Frankenstein in the house. What is going on? Here we go. Let me know. The future, I guess. And then the Soulless Trenchcoat says, "Hey, what's up? Hey, what is going on, dude? What is good? What is good? What time is it for you there, Soulless Trench?" I didn't make you guys moderator yet, so let me just do that. Alright, so let's now start again, continue writing Intruder 2, which has been a while. So I had the wrong document opened, so I didn't open it after all. And I'm just gonna be enjoying my coffee from the 80s Slasher Librarian mug. So cheers, Joshua, if you're watching, and thank you for the mug again. I actually won this, so that was really cool. And yeah, go check him out if you. I think he currently is doing this book actually, which is quite hard to come across. Trust me, I know. So yeah, really, really great guy, and does some really good stuff. So go check that out. And I, surprisingly enough, again opened. Oh, there you go. This is the right document. 1:35 p.m. If I may ask, you may definitely ask. It's here. Over here, it is 7:36 p.m. Central European time. So let me see here. Intruder 2, 2022. I remember I did 2022 because it would be postponed, production. So that's that's why it's 2022 instead of like a faster release in 2021. Jennifer and Tim have been serving prison time for around 30 years. Now they're gonna reopen the case and re-review the evidence. Due to the lack of evidence still existing, nothing happens. They remain in prison. Too bad. Serving their lifelong prison time. Oh no. But they escaped the prison with the help of 3 prison mates. Unfortunately, 2 of the helping prison mates get caught, so only 1 remains during the actual escape. Prison mates that didn't make it, Bruce and Ted. Why those names were relevant, I don't know. But hey, they're called Bruce and Ted, obvious references to Bruce Campbell and Ted Brainy, who are both in the first one. Prison mate that did make it is Lemmy, but I don't really know how I feel about that, him being called Lemmy, because it's like Bruce and Ted is a common name, but whose name is Lemmy besides, of course, Lemmy Kilmister? So, I don't know, I might change it to Sam. How does that sound? Because Sam is also, of course, still a reference to Sam Raimi. It's more realistic, I guess. So we're just gonna call it to Sam. Change it to Sam. Muscular guy with tattoos served prison for 12 years for murder. So he's a murderer. Some cool stuff we can do with that. Honestly, oh, never mind. I was looking at the file. I was like, I didn't write that much. And then I scrolled down and I was like, oh, there's a whole other page there for me to read now. Jeez, I did a lot. I forgot that I already wrote this much. Now the cops are looking for Jennifer, Tim, and Lemmy, but we're gonna be changing it to Sam. But they don't worry about that too much because they're just out for revenge on Bill. Wait, what do they know? Oh, right, okay, never mind. The 80s slash librarian, sorry, had to play catch up. YouTube didn't start the video automatically for me. That's cool, man. Glad you're here. You missed your shout out, dude. I was basically giving you a shout out for doing this right now, right? You're doing this right now, right? I'm not sure if you still do this, but I need to show this because I have 2 interviews coming up with people that are currently, or not currently, but worked on this film back then. And I said it's on your channel, and I really thought you were doing that now or did that recently, but back in late 2019. That's my bad, I guess. And I also showed the 80s slash librarian presents coffee mug. I'm doing Child's Play 3, Friday the 13th Part 1, and Demon Knight currently. Okay, awesome. That's cool. So yeah, go check it out. Knock yourselves out. Let me see here. Oh, by the way, I just gotta make you a moderator now too. Yeah, the 80s slash librarian is now officially a moderator himself too. Okay, where did I... Let me see here. Where did I leave? Bill barely survived the incidents of the first film. After working for another grocery store for 20 years, he gets an upgrade as a manager. He's been a manager for 10 years now, so the company exists for 10 years. That's kind of confusing for myself, but basically the company exists for 40 years, and he's been working with the company for 30 years. And after 20 years of working there, right? After 20 years of working there, he gets to be a manager. So the company is celebrating the anniversary soon. So that's basically where that setup was with Bill's character. Jennifer and Tim have already told the story of the massacre to Lemmy. So, well, Lemmy, it's called Sam now. So Sam knows all about this and knows about Bill. He's definitely open to help them and will help them. They find a photo in a local newspaper addressing the 40th anniversary of the grocery store. And Bill's photo on the article. I think that's so hilarious. Like, you know he's the killer, and then you see him like laughing at the newspaper with like a thumbs up in front of like the supermarket. Then you just think back about how he cut a dude's face in half. So yeah. I think that's just hilarious. I can already just imagine that. Jennifer and Tim send Sam to the store. He goes undercover and follows Bill to his home. Next day, Jennifer, Tim, and Sam make a plan of approach. The plan of approach is going to be simple. Go to that house, confront him, and tie him up and torture him a bit. Then finally kill him in sweet, sweet revenge. Alright, let me just check up on the comments here. Nice shirt, thank you. This is my Alice Cooper shirt that I got at the concert back in October last year, and that was a great show. Really great show. That was really good. And actually, Alice Cooper's daughter, her birthday is today, so Alice Cooper, I know you're not watching, but happy birthday to your daughter. And Alice Cooper's daughter, Calico Cooper, I don't know, but happy birthday to you. Alright, I've got a wrench, thanks. Don't forget to include some Bear brand beer and degenerated brand detergent yourself. I should. Maybe we can call up the same company that did all that stuff, because they actually had a company that made all of that stuff for them. Because it was an abandoned, empty supermarket, so they had to stock up everything with like fake food, and some of it was just like made for the movie. So that's really cool. Maybe we can approach that company again. Alright, the next night they go to his house as planned, and they find Bill sleeping on his comfort chair with 6 empty, I said empty Corona beer cans on the floor. But what I thought we could do is actually make it with 6 empty beer brand beer cans on the floor. So thank you, Joshua, for the idea. Oh, you're a director, nice. Not yet, but someday I will be. Someday I will be. I'm optimistic about that. I'm not optimistic at all. But in terms of me becoming a director, I'm optimistic. They see this from the outside. They go to the door, but there are 3 locks on it. Kind of suspicious. What, was he a murderer back in the 80s? Oh, he was. The windows all have bars on them. Also, very suspicious. So the 3 of them go to the backyard, but find the dog standing there growling softly at them. They run away, but the dogs bark at them. They climb up. The dog barks at them, because it's one dog. They climb over the fence and almost get bitten by the dog. They fall into some bushes. They think they're safe, but as soon as they look to the right, we see Bill standing in his door with a shotgun. Kinda gives me flashbacks to Evil Dead 2 of, let me see if I can still find a picture somewhere. I had it up and running somewhere here. But I guess I don't anymore. But kind of reminds me of Danny Hicks, who's the actor of Bill in Evil Dead, of course. There you go. There you go. Wait, oh shit. See? Oh, see? With the shotgun. That's kind of how I imagine he would stand in front of his door and scream at the bushes. So, that's what I imagine it would look like in the front door, you know. So he walks up to the bush where they are hiding. Tension rises as it looks as if Bill's about to shoot. All of a sudden, the tension is broken by the dog barking. Then Bill says, "What's over there? What are you barking at?" All of a sudden, behind Bill, you hear a scream. The camera has a rack focus from Bill onto the TV inside. You see a Halloween movie playing through the window. Ah, shit! I'm missing my damn movie. Which is my best Dan Hicks impression. He walks inside and sits down again. Once Bill gets inside, they need a new plan of approach. Because, yeah, sure they do. And I think it's really fun that you have the Halloween movie playing. That was an idea of Corey, Need Gore. And I also really, really love the fact that this scene I want to be similar to the tension that's in Don't Breathe, where you're just like, oh my god, are they gonna make it out? You know, where the tension is so insane. That's just I just want tons of tension in that scene. Let me check on. Oh, you are direct. Corona beer cans. Love the pun. Yeah, it is fun. You know what? I'm just gonna throw that back in there, and say 4 empty beer brand beer cans on the floor, and 2 Corona cans. I'm gonna throw it back in there. You know, why not have both, right? Best of both worlds. You get to drive. It seems like. Definitely, thank you. Nice. Yeah, it's a nice touch. They like both. Awesome. Awesome. So, had to throw Corona in there because that's like, in 30 years, that you can tell your grandchildren about it, you know? And be like, oh, they did that in there. Not just because it's beer, but because of this whole pandemic going on. And, probably, they'll be like, Dad, what kind of beer is that? I've never heard of that beer. You know, because they're probably out of business soon. Because for some reason, I don't want to go off on a rant here, but like, why the fuck would you stop buying Corona beer because of the coronavirus? What am I gonna stop drinking Dr. Pepper when I when my grandma gets operated by a doctor called Pepper, and she died because Dr. Pepper wasn't a very good doctor? No, I'm always going to continue drinking Dr. Pepper if I like it. Like, jeez, man. Some people are... Anyway, that's just my opinion. We instantly cut to a TV commercial of a supermarket. So I kind of want this... People are naturally idiots, yeah. And actually, the 80s/librarian had a Facebook thing recently where it was like... where it's basically just said... Why is common sense called common sense? When common sense is not easy to come by, you know, and I completely agree with him, you know. So the Halloween movie was playing on like an old television, you know, maybe with like a VCR underneath it, kind of like a retro TV. You know what I'm saying? Is this a sequel to the slasher? Yes, it is, and I don't know if you've been a viewer of the channel for a long time, but Intruder is my favorite film of all time. So that says a lot about it. And I think a sequel, set 30 years to 40 years, 30 years later would be awesome. Kind of like Halloween. That's what we're doing here. So, like I was saying, the Halloween movie was playing on his old school TV. And then you instantly cut to a commercial playing, and that commercial was also playing on a similar TV. Now it might be the same TV, but I just want this retro look, you know. So kind of like the screen isn't flat; it's like this way, you know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what this is called in English, but like you know what I'm saying. It's running the 40th anniversary of the supermarket, as well as a big celebration. Bill's actually on the commercial. Bill's looking very happy and seems like a genuine good person. So there's kind of some Dexter vibes going on, you know, trying to hide his alternate reality or alternative personality. Bill walks away from the frame and we cut to a normal scene again with some employees in the supermarket. We focus on to Liam. Liam works at the green section. He's very customer friendly. Liam was kind of based on myself. Even I don't want to sound like an asshole here, but like, you know, I am very customer friendly. Sounds cocky, but is it really cocky if you know that it's true? You know. So we focus on to Liam. Liam works at the green section, very customer friendly. Darius works at canned goods. He's good friends with Liam. They're working in a night crew. They close the store and there are other employees stocking up the store. Darius asks if Liam if he can clean the scrubbing machine because he needs it later. Liam tells him to. All right. That sentence makes no sense. I don't know how many beers I had when I wrote that. Darius asks Liam if he can clean the scrubbing machine because he needs it later. Liam tells him to. All right. Liam tells him to. All right. Liam tells him, all right, I'll do it, you know? That sentence makes a lot more sense. All right, I'll do it. And then maybe have some fun dialogue here. Fine, but only if you... Jeez, I want to have something like funny. Fine, but only if you'll trade. Fine, but only if you'll take my shift for tomorrow. How does that sound? And then he ends up doing it, you know, because I really want to have this vibe like you're actually in the store and want this to be relatable to people actually working in a grocery store like myself, so I have a lot of experience, you know. Let me check up on the chat again. Yeah, no, it's you. You've mentioned it before and haven't seen it, but heard good things. Okay, so I'll try to give it as spoiler-free in terms of the first one as possible. But you gotta check it out, dude. It's so good. Actually, I think today, a year ago, I watched it for the first time. I think so because I had a throwback to on my Snapchat of a snap when I was watching The Burning, like at 3 a.m. or like 1 a.m. and then finished it at 2 a.m. And I remember immediately after The Burning I watched Intruder. So I think it's exactly 1 year ago today that I watched it for the first time. Alright, so I needed to use the dang machine myself anyways. I didn't know that was coming too, but I'm gonna scrap that because now we already have that only if you take my shift tomorrow. And it doesn't make sense for him to say that if he needs it himself, so he's doing himself a favor anyway, so I'm gonna delete that line. Liam walks up to the scrubbing machine and grabs the tube that has all the dirty water in it. Wait a minute. I actually have a PNG. I showed it last time. Dude, this is exactly the one we have. That's insane. That's just like our scrubbing machine at work. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can put this one here too. Oh, that's a little oversized. Can you see? See? That's the scrubbing machine we have at work. And basically, let me make this image just smaller. Over. Jeez, it's confusing. You see the little wire on the side, right? You see like a wire on the side. Almost looks like a cable. That's where all the dirty water comes out of. So that's basically what he's grabbing. Let me just put the picture on top here so I can refer to it later. If I still need it, I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've worked on this script. I haven't read it since the 30th of March. And I'm not making any progress now, but I kind of want to reread it myself, you know? Liam walks up to the scrubbing machine and grabs the tube that has all the dirty water in it. So yeah, that's the tube right there. He opens it up at a dirty sink. All of a sudden, blood starts spraying out of the tube instead of dirty water. So yeah, the thing is, you have the tube in your hand, and then the top is basically like something you turn, you twist, and then all the dirty water shoots out. Now, if there's not a lot of dirty water in it, it's not going to shoot out as much. But there's blood in it, and a lot of blood, so it'll shoot out of there. Trust me. And then he opens the scrubbing machine. So he doesn't know that it's blood. He's like, why is it red? You know, he's confused. He's like, what the fuck is this? You know. So on top, you see the little gray thing on top. Oh fuck! It's so confusing because it's not mirrored. So it's not like I'm looking in a mirror of what I'm used to, you know. But on top, you have the gray thing over there, and basically that's something you can open up, and then you see all the dirty water getting out of there, and all the crap that's in there, and it's bad. I've already filmed some things at my work to for when I'm gonna be doing the concept video, which I'm gonna be doing once I finish this, and I want to really like refer and actually show you guys what it looks like and show you as close as possible what my vision is of this script. He opens up the scrubbing machine. We don't yet review what's inside. Looking all afraid, Liam runs away in shock and warns Darius. Let's just write a scream in there. A good first scream. Liam screams and then runs away in shock and warns Darius, but Darius doesn't believe him. So Liam brings Darius to the crime scene. Liam tells Darius to call the cops. Liam calls Bill. Bill is now on his way to the supermarket. Reunited at last with the supermarket, you know. Your work allowing you to do that, that's so cool. It is, man. I gotta work tomorrow, and then I gotta work in the evening, and evening shifts are shit. They suck. I mean, they suck. You just gotta stock up the store with all stuff that just came in, you know, and it's so boring. But on Saturday, we do Saturday morning. We always have these customers that are there every single week, and I'm telling you, every single week. I've been working there for 3 years, and not a single dude has missed any week, as far as I know. And I have these customers that I always talk to, and a lot of times I'm in the back cleaning this thing, and you know, the bottle deposit, and it's a ton of fun. It's really fun. I actually didn't realize that they might not allow me to do that, but they do, and that's really cool indeed. Do you have any similar work like that you reference that? Like maybe you work in a grocery store and they don't allow you to do that, or you used to work in a grocery store? Looking all afraid, Liam screams and runs away in shock and warns. Yeah, okay, you already read that. Another employee, Richard, walks up to the bottle deposit. He's about to close it, and we have this thing where you give it like a twist on it, and then the door closes, and no one gets in, no one gets out. Because actually once, when we didn't close that stuff, someone crawled in through not the bottle composite, but the beer crate composite, you know, deposit. So basically the spot where you just, I don't know if you guys have this in America, but you have a spot where you basically just shove your beer crate in, you get your money for that, you know. Okay, let me just remove this picture, by the way, because, no, this one, no, yeah, there you go, yep, there you go. So, someone actually broke into our grocery store years ago, before I worked there. Actually, it was still another company that had the same building, and someone crawled in through the beer crate deposit. I worked in a dish room for a little bit. They wouldn't let me do any stuff like that. That's a shame, dude. Yeah, we have those bottle and can machines. Awesome. Cans? They accept cans? That's cool. I have a ton of cans, but they only accept plastic bottles. And then certain ones don't work, and you gotta ring the door, and we gotta open up and give another bottle that does work, does go through the machine. So, yeah, and glass. Yeah, like little beer glass things. Do they also accept wine bottles? Because they don't accept wine bottles here. Let me see here. Another employee, Richard, walks up to the bottle deposit. He's about to close it, but the doorbell rings. There's an old little man at the deposit. He says, "My dang beer crate won't shove through this piece of crap again. Always happens to me." Richard says, "Yeah, this machine doesn't really help us either. I'll grab another crate and see if that one does work for you." He grabs another crate and hands it to the guy. Richard says, "I'll look down there and see if the crate goes through it this time." He looks down, sees the crate go through. He wants to move his head. So he's basically, imagine this. He's looking down there at the crate coming towards him, and he wants to remove his head, and because else his head would get smashed, right? But his head is being held down by an unknown man. The crate is going through the machine until it hits Richard's face, opening up his head, brains flying, blood splatters everywhere. The killer walks towards the door and grabs a wire ball and pulls a wire. So basically, he has like a string ball. That makes more sense than a wire ball. So it's a thick iron wire, you know. Let me see here. He looks down and sees the crate go through the machine. Moves his head back, but his head is being held down. Yeah, the string ball. He walks up to the old man. The old man says, "Hey, you don't work here, do ya? Aren't you the guy from the newspaper? And let me just..." Let me just change this up. Let me just change this up to just, "Aren't you that guy from the newspaper?" Because, thinking back on it, of course, he was, Sam was in the newspaper because he broke out of prison. But earlier, we also had, a newspaper article about Bill. So, you don't know who killed those people, and it could be Bill or Sam, because Sam is in the newspaper, and you don't know that he's going to be a killer yet. You already know Bill is a killer from the first one, so I think that's a really cool twist that there actually is another killer. And later Bill, of course, also goes on a killing spree, but you always think that it's Bill this time. He strangles him until his eyes bulge out. The camera moves up to reveal that Lemmy killed Sam. I just revealed it there, but we're gonna stretch that out till the next kill of Sam. He grabs the old man's body and then Richard's body. Okay, so he grabs the old man's body and then Richard's body and moves towards the fridge. He walks up to the door, he pushes the button to lock down the bottle deposit, but before it closes entirely, he walks out of the store. So basically, the automatic thing goes down, he just goes under it. You know. So let me see here. Yep, we get that a lot. They only accept certain brands and mine. No wine bottles, but the independent bottles stores accept everything. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, I gotta keep those awesome camera. Of course, dude. Of course, always. That just makes a movie more interesting to look at. That's a cool death. Thank you. Just wait for what I have next. Or well, not next, but some way down the line of this movie. Oh, are the two killers gonna face off? Who knows? Definitely, I think so. And the fun thing is about the two killers concept is that the one killer works with the main characters, and the main characters have no ID, which I think that adds a lot. So basically, Jennifer and Tim are the only good guys here, and they don't even realize it. They think Sam is also a good guy. Don't you just hate when you talk too much and your coffee just runs cold? That's one of the downsides of being an extrovert, I guess. He grabs the old man's body and, yeah, okay. So he has them in the fridge now. Bill arrives to the grocery store, and there are already cops there. Bill gets out of his car and runs over to the store. He gets by the back door, but has to get through the cops first and asks, "What the hell happened here?" Liam walks up to him and says, "You gotta see the scrubbing machine," in a terrified manner. Bill follows him. Maybe have a little boss-employee moment here. Liam walks up. "What's going on, kid?" You know? Just to make sure that he really tries to sell that he's a nice guy. Liam walks up to him and says, "You gotta see the scrubbing machine," in a terrified manner. Bill follows Liam to the scrubbing machine. There are already cops there. There's a new cop throwing up. So there's a cop throwing up. Then you know it's bad. And trust me, it is bad. Wait till you see, till you hear what happened. We move to the scrubbing machine, and we review the inside of the scrubbing machine. And I basically just think it's cool if you go through the cops, you know, just standing there, and you go from underneath the scrubbing machine and go up, and then you don't see it, and then it moves down, and then you see the insides of the scrubbing machine. And inside of it, there's a decapitated body in there. Loose arms, loose legs, loose torso, and of course, loose head on top. Looking all afraid, you know? Kind of like, I don't know. I don't have an example, really. Let me just think of one. But I really don't know. I really can't come up with any examples now. But like, Dad is just dead, you know? Just dead. Oh, Jesus. Brings me 30 years back. We moved to another cop looking at him. Oh, you mean the Walnut Lake Market Massacre? I think that's so cool because they never refer to the events of Intruder in the first one. So now they refer to it, and what better way to call that supermarket than Walnut Lake Market Massacre, right? "Yeah, was the victim," Bill replies. "I've heard many I just came up with the best idea why Bill kills. It just popped into my head. I really didn't know why Bill would go back to killing. But now I just did. Rereading this, I just did. Why he would kill again. And we'll get to that. Trust me, oh my god, this is this is awesome. I finally have a reason why Bill will kill. It's weird to say that because like usually it's kill Bill, now Bill kill. Man, that's a good motivation and fits an Intruder sequel. It definitely is still like a similar, you know, a similar motivation, you know. So Liam walks up to him and says, "You gotta, okay, yeah, I already read that, never mind." "Yeah, I was the victim," Bill replies. "I've heard many stories about that. I feel bad for you. Those two dang teenage psychos. My dad actually worked there on that case. I didn't expect I would work on anything similar." The cop walks up to the crime scene. All of a sudden, Darius comes out of the fridge screaming. So he's basically just Darius just has to continue work, right? Because life goes on. And he goes into the fridge. You got some new. May I suggest the kill only if you approve? Fuck yeah, dude. You can. Everyone can suggest anything in here. Like any scene in general. If it sucks, doesn't matter. At least you try, you know. But I'm sure if you get a kill, then it would be awesome. So, those two dang teenage psychos went, yeah, cops walk up to the crime scene. All of a sudden, Darius comes out of his fridge screen. There are 2 bodies in here. The cops walk to the fridge, open it, and reveals 2 extra bodies, Richard and the crazy old man. The crazy old man is basically like, fuck, I always forget the name. I forgot it the last time, too. He can, Friday the 13th. What is the IMDb cost? Let me check. I always forget. Crazy Ralph, that's right. Yeah, there you go. Crazy Ralph. So basically the crazy old man is kind of like Crazy Ralph, except he's just not warning them about anything. He's just there being crazy for no reason. But yeah, I think that's really cool. Let me see here. Let me continue here, actually. So, almost 2K. Yes. Yeah, I know. 300 more. Around 300 more. I think a little less, actually. How are you going to get him to clear time from being the president? What? I don't get the comment. Sorry, dude. Lol, kidding. How are you gonna get him to clear time from being the president? So what's that? You said a crazy guy that was just crazy. I have no idea what you mean, dude. I'm probably really dumb here, looking back to it. So if you're going for cheesy, I suggest you kill somehow involving those weird canned food stacks in intricate tower designs, like you see in the old school films. Supermarkets, you can take that and mold it. Oh, dude. Just because Donald Trump is crazy. That's a fucking good one. Yeah, it took so long. I'm not into politics, dude. Almost every politician, even the Greens nowadays, are a bunch of liars, and I don't want to get into that. And has anyone ever had a political discussion where they changed their mind? Did anyone ever had an argument about politics and changed the other dude's mind? I bet you $10 here. No one's mind ever changed for a political argument. No one, never happened. Trust me. And it's just like live your best life, dude. Why would you get into that? I don't understand it personally. I'll have mine with my horror genre. You have yours. Thank you very much. All politicians are idiots. It was just a quick little joke. Politics is the center of all the hate in the world. Exactly. Politics and religion. I don't want to get into that live because, I might say something wrong, which no, I'll never say anything wrong. Nothing. I'll try not to be insulting or anything. Or anything like that. In life, that's actually crazy because you can get into some trouble there. Even some famous YouTubers did. But like, come on, dude. Come on. I don't get it. Just live your best life. Just be yourself. It's not about what some political dude or some priest says. It's about what you do that matters. It's what you do that matters. You can make this place a better world. It's not what you shouldn't just what some book written 100,000 years ago says, and then you have to follow that. You should. It's what you do that matters. We are just numbers of that to them. Wait, let me. Oh, that's good. 80s. Oh, and I knew you were. I realized you were making fun of your president. I mean, he's an asshole. He's an absolute asshole. At least with Obama, I don't really know what his perspective on the world was even. I'm sure he had a couple of lies thrown in there. But he was kind of a charismatic guy, regardless. You know, like I know this was dated, but he said, "At least I will go down as president," to a Trump tweet and just drop the mic or his phone. That was that was really funny. But other than that, let's just get off the topic. I have mine with horror. You have yours with political stuff. Whoever is watching this and is into politics, thank you. I just never talk about politics again. Yeah, don't fight over us with people, so why should we fight over them? Shake my head. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I don't get it. Our time is limited here. Why not just do what's fun to you? I don't. I mean, getting into heated arguments about politics. I don't know why that would be any fun. You know, just live the best life you can. So live the best life you can. Cheers to that, and let's continue actually starting to write again. Sorry, man. I was just making a quick joke. Didn't mean to start it. Well, you did start a whole thing, and yeah, it's cool. I finally got to get that off of my chest. You know, about politics. Never got a chance to say that on a horror channel. Finally did. Yes, and there are viewers. 6 of them even. So I agree. Let's discuss grocery store murder instead. And that's the thing, like right here, 2 awesome people just watching my life and chilling with me in the chat, and 4 others watching, which is just so cool, you know. I think that's really cool. Then a friend of mine who actually works in a grocery store, and another one who also works with me in the grocery store that I'm referring to this entire time, says kabouterdans, which basically means... What dwarf dance? It's oh right, gnome dance. All right. But yeah, let's get back to it, because how long I've been live? I've been live for almost 50 minutes, and all I have done is is read the script and talk politics. Nothing Intruder 2, nothing let's write Intruder 2, let's read the Intruder 2 scripts and get into a fucking fight about politics. It's really cold now. Oh, that's bad. But yeah, who would have thought coffee would be cold after 45 minutes? Richer than a crazy old man. Alright, so... what I thought we could do, we could have a scene where Bill and the other crew is being interrogated, and you don't really get into the interrogation with the employees, but you do get into the interrogation with Bill. And Bill is he is not worried about his customer or his employees. What he is worried about, which is kind of a subtle thing, where you're like, why are you not worried about that? Are you a psycho or something? Which of course he is. What I thought we could do is maybe have him. Let's see here. Let's just start by writing the next scene. Let's just start off by writing the setup. Alright, so Bill. Let me see the other guys' names. Richard, that guy was dead. The crazy old man. Liam and Darius. Liam, Darius, and of course some of the other crew too. Interrogated. Let me see. I don't even know how to properly write that. Oh, there you go. 2 R's. Are being interrogated. And man, writing is harder than I thought. But they were being interrogated by the police, let me just add that by the police. Who else actually, but like by the police? Just to make it 100% clear, you know? Let me just finish this up. That's really disgusting. Bill, Liam, Darius, and some of the other crew are... Some of the other employees makes more sense in this sentence. Just looks nicer, sounds nicer. We don't focus on the interrogation with Liam and Darius, but we do get a scene with the interrogation of Bill. So, and I mean, Bill doesn't really seem too, he doesn't really seem too worried about the deaths actually of two employees and one customer. He's more worried that if this news goes public, the store has to close down again. So I think that's and then basically he goes on a killing spree with cops. He basically kills a few of the cops, which I think that's just, I mean, that makes sense, right? I mean, he just wants the 40th anniversary big celebration to go on. He just wants lots of customers and money, of course. So the store has to close down again. And let me see here. I thought maybe we could do something with like his lawyer, but he doesn't. He tries not to come over as suspicious. So who will get a lawyer if he doesn't want to be suspicious, right? Especially since he's already been innocent, been declared innocent of the whole case 30 years ago of the Walnut Lake Market massacre. So it makes no sense to have him also be to have him have a lawyer now. Store has to close down again. Or that the 40th anniversary party is gonna be a flop. So yeah, I mean, he's honestly a greedy behavior. I get to drink, right? So he's honestly being really fucking greedy here. He just worries about the 40th anniversary and money and not his employees or the people that died. So yeah, I think that's that makes a lot of sense. And the cop, the guy interrogating him, which is a different cop. It's not gonna be the same cop as from when the murders were going on and there were cops there. Because if it's the same cop, then you already have you already saw him in shock there, you know. And this guy hasn't seen him in shock at all. So he's also kind of suspicious and more of an asshole to him, you know. So the guy interrogating him says, like, just this stereotypical TV series / movie wise ass interrogator. I'm not sure if and by the way, this is just a quick, a very detailed synopsis. This is not a screenplay by any means. So I'm not sure if that 40th anniversary party can go on, buddy. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Shouting mark. what's it called? Something around those lines. So yeah, I'm not sure if that 40th anniversary party can go on, buddy. And then basically, then some other stuff happens, you know. But I don't want to get into too much detail of that. Like some other more lines like that you could write out. But basically, just want to keep it there, and then we get to Bill walking out of the police office, the police building, actually, looking pissed off. Next thing you know, next morning there's a killing spree, and I don't know what you could do with that, because then that's obviously in the newspaper, and obviously Jennifer and Tim look in the newspaper a lot, especially now that they're trying to chase this old killer, you know. So I don't know what we could do. Could they be suspicious that Sam did that because he was also undercover that night? But and then again, this is like the first 20 to 30 minutes, so it's kind of early for them to already find out about him being a psycho as well, you know? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what we could do with that. Maybe he says that's probably the psycho Bill, but then again, they know he was a murderer, but he said it was an accident. But he was charged guilty anyway. But it was an accident. It actually wasn't. It actually was just like he killed him, but he says he was innocent and it was an accident. I don't know. I kind of feel like thinking about this now and returning someday next week to continue this, because now I've read everything. I don't have to spend the first 50 fucking minutes, you know, just reading what I've written last time. Now it's fresh in my head and I can think about it, even at work tomorrow, you know. So I'm gonna keep it here for now, for today. I've only, well, how many words are this? Google Drive won't count it. Let me see here. Word counter. 108 words. 591 characters. Though, I mean, not a lot, but next time, okay? I promise. Because then I'm not gonna reread it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be making another one of these files, a copy of this Google Drive file, and put the link to that in the description. Let me see if I can do that, so anyone can read this script. Because the last two times I just reread the stuff I had, but now I have way too much to reread it to every single person asking, "Oh, what's the script? Let me can you reread it for me?" Because now I really can, because it's the third page now, and there's a lot of text in here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, and I'll be back this week. I promise ya. And so yeah, I'm thinking Saturday. No, not Saturday. Maybe Sunday. Also not Sunday, because then I also have something. Let me just grab the good old diary here and see when I can go live. Let's see here. Thursday we have a barbecue, so no, not really. Friday, I gotta work the day after Friday, so that's kind of late. Saturday I have a party, social distancing, you know. Sunday I'm gonna go to my grandma. I guess next Tuesday will be fine. Monday I can do as well, but if you would just do it a week from now, I'm actually really excited about this. Let's do it Monday. That's the first, same time, because that's just usual. So, SlasherPepper Live. Let me write that down here. SlasherPepper Live 6, I think. I think it's 6, so I will write down 6. Fuck it. So yeah, make sure you're there next week on me see here. Short-term memory, guys. I'm sorry. The 25th of May, and in between that time, I have a ton of shit to upload. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna be on Friday. I have payday, and I'm also gonna be getting my vacation money. I'm gonna buy a new microphone. So that should arrive pretty soon. After Friday, I got something else really cool coming that I don't want to say yet. Then 2 interviews, Dr. Pepper drinking game, and more interviews planned. So lots of exciting stuff. And so yeah, be there next week. See you guys next time. See ya.